Hello, listeners. I am Rahul Agrawal, Senior Economist at ICRA Limited, and through this podcast, I will be sharing ICRA's views on the state of investment activity in the Indian economy. The year on year performance of 6 of the 11 investment related indicators improved in Q1 FY24 relative to Q4 FY23. This set includes indicators such as the center's capex, state's capital outlay and net lending, output of infrastructure goods, and bank credit to the infrastructure sector. Even though the YOY growth in the other 5 indicators weakened in Q1 FY24 relative to Q4 FY23, 4 of these indicators, including CV registrations, stamp duty collections, finished steel consumption, and engineering goods imports, continued to witness a double-digit expansion in the quarter. Overall, these trends suggest that the momentum of construction activity was quite healthy in Q1 FY24 despite the unseasonal rains in the initial part of the quarter. The value of new project announcements halved to Rs 6 trillion in Q1 FY24 from the all-time high of Rs 12.3 trillion in Q4 FY23. Although this was the highest value seen in the first quarter of any fiscal since Q1 FY19, it was boosted by a single aircraft order worth Rs 4 trillion. Excluding this, the value of new project announcements was the lowest since Q3 FY21. New proposals by the private sector, excluding the aircraft order, were subdued at just Rs 1.1 trillion in Q1, the lowest since Q1 FY21. The number of new proposals declined sharply to a record low of 317 in Q1 FY24 from over 1,000 announced in Q4 FY23. As per the early data, the country witnessed a record project completion of Rs 7.8 trillion in Q1 FY24, surpassing the highest ever annual completed projects of Rs 6.5 trillion in FY 2017. Notably, around 80% of the total completions in Q1 FY24 were concentrated in the housing construction segment, dominated by projects under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. The year-on-year growth in the aggregate stamp duty collections of 21 state governments, a proxy for property sales, moderated to around 17% in April-May 2023 from 23% in Q4 FY23, while remaining quite robust. Aggregate home sales volumes in the top 7 cities expanded by 21.5% in year-on-year terms in Q1 FY24, implying steady user demand despite higher home loan rates and property prices. In terms of government capex, the Government of India's capex expanded quite sharply by 59% on a year-on-year basis in Q1 FY24, while the capital outlay and net lending of 21 states more than doubled in year-on-year terms in April-May 2023. The recent releases of additional tranches of tax devolution and front-loading of the approval amount for the interest-free capex loan scheme to the states are likely to nudge them to accelerate their capital spending, thereby supporting investment activity. Besides, the Government of India's extension of relaxations and stipulations for capex by ministries up to Q2 FY24 may improve the execution of large-scale projects and aid in front-loading capex ahead of general elections. Finally, as per the data released by the MOSPI, the completion of central sector infra projects was muted in Q1 FY23, with 84 such projects being completed at a cost of Rs 0.7 trillion, 32% lower than the 1 trillion seen in the year-ago quarter. Moreover, almost half of the total number of projects on the monitor were delayed in June 2023, largely concentrated in the roads, railways, and petroleum sectors. The pipeline of projects scheduled for completion in FY24 is sizable at over Rs 10 trillion as per the anticipated date of completion for these projects. However, timely execution remains key to push up project completions. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for our upcoming podcasts.